Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to the first ever Bart Be More secure audio tutorial. I'm super excited to be doing these. It's my first time doing something like this, so please bear with me. Probably won't go as smoothly as I want it to go, but gotta start somewhere. So let's dive into it. Today, I wanted to show you how I start a track, and specifically how I start a track by making a beat, programming the drums. And for this, I'm usually using Logic's Drum Machine Designer, which is a very cool sampler that Logic has and that I use all the time for programming my drums. As you can see, I've separated different groups, the kicks, the hi-hats, the claps, percussion, and the snare. I separate these just to have a little bit more control over my individual sounds. When I click one of these arrows, you can see that each sound that I loaded into the sampler has its own channel and has its own sampler, Logic's quick sampler. So there already is some control over your individual sounds, but I still like to separate all these different things just to have these groups. And it just gives me a little bit more control and a little bit more of an overview of my separate sounds. So let's dive into it. Let's start with programming the kicks. So I have to create a pattern region. I'm using samples from my latest sample pack, by the way, which you can get if you subscribe to my Patreon channel. I recently started this channel to help others with their music. I'm giving feedback on tracks and I'm doing coaching sessions. I'm giving away these monthly sample packs as well, and also discounts on mixing and mastering and that kind of stuff. So if you're a producer who needs a little bit of help with their music, please check out the link. I'll put the link in the description of this video. So that's that. So let's get to programming the kicks, programming the drums in general. We'll start with the kicks. So when I click this, you'll see here that I have this overview where I can program the drums. I have 3 different kicks. That one's a little boxy. And I'm just gonna program standard 4/4 kick drum. And I usually do a little bit of variation like this at the end of every 8 bars or so. I actually want to see what happens when I layer this kick drum with the second one. Let's play this for now. You can tell that the second kick drum actually makes the sound a little bit more fuller. Because this kick drum has a very nice low end to it, but it doesn't have like the snap and the clicky kind of sound that this one has, that you could really use for your kick drum to really punch through your mix. So I actually like layering these two. They probably need some tweaking just to make them sink into each other a little bit more. So I'll go into that. First, I want to change the swing a little bit just to have this little variation at the end, just have a little bit more swing and like soul into it. So I'm just gonna maybe like this. That's cool. So when I click this little arrow, I can go into the individual tracks. And I already discovered that Kick 2 has the nice low end, and kick 1 has a bit more of that snappy sound. So I think I want to actually take away some of the low end on this kick drum. For that, I'm using the SSL Channel plugin by Waves. I really love this plugin. You can like cut certain frequencies and boost them at the same time, which gives you really interesting envelopes, and yeah, you can just you have so much control over your EQ and your frequencies. So would definitely check it out. So I'm just gonna, this is like a low cut high pass filter. See, I can cut these and then maybe boost a little bit around 50 hertz over here. Makes it much rounder, gives it a lot of body actually. I cut the volume a little bit. So when I take this off, you can hear that it's a bit, the two kick drums are kind of canceling each other a little bit. They're kind of fighting for the same frequencies. When I turn this on, then it's speaking a little bit. I'm taking away some of the low frequencies while also boosting them a little bit, but it's giving enough space for the kick drum with the low end, the nice low end, to really push through. So I like where this is going, so let's just leave that for there. Oh, wait, before we dive into the hi-hats, there's always one thing I check, and that's just going through the pitch on these individual samples and see if it sounds nicer on a higher or lower pitch. So let's just see if we can make it sound cooler. I actually like -1. Gives it a little bit more heaviness in the low end. So that's cool. Alright, maybe look into the second kick drum. I like that where it is. Alright. So let's move on to the hi-hats. I have this very nice Lindrum hi-hat, going through a bit of a Lindrum phase at the moment. I just love the sound of that drum machine. Really cool sounds, and it sounds very analog, very house music. So I'm using a lot of these samples. So let's just have a simple hi-hat like that. I always change the velocity a bit so it sounds a bit more like it's created by a human instead of like a drum machine. Gives it a little bit more of an organic feel, I guess. Gonna change the pitch a little bit as well, I think. I like -1. That sounds good. Oops, I wanted to play the sample, but here we go. Want to create a little bit of in between. Not really happy with the pitch of that little in between hi-hat. It's almost like a percussion thing. Actually has a lot of low end, so I'll cut that a little bit. What I actually do a lot is copy this track, create another pattern, then go into use the first hi-hat that just has the regular house beat rhythm, and then use that one for these in-between notes, but then go into the sampler and actually make it shorter. A bit loud. That's because it has different velocity. There we go. All right, let's add some of these claps. I like that one. Maybe change the velocity a little bit as well. Let's play around with these volumes just to see which sound sounds better on top and which sound is a bit more suitable to be in the background. You can also play around with the pen as well, but wouldn't go too crazy with that because you want your claps to be kind of in the middle. Let's see if I can get some different results with pitch. You want to change the swing a little bit of that in between hi-hat just to make it a bit more funky. There we go. Getting some swing into it. A lot of reverb on these percussion samples actually. Oops. So I want to cut some of these got some of this reverb off because it's really intense. So I'll dive into the sampler. Oops. can always add some more reverb later on. For now I want to keep it kind of dry, just to leave my options open. But I do kind of like this. Maybe a little bit. Filter it a little bit maybe. Add some swing to it. See what kind of snares we have. Ooh, very, very trappy. Pattern region. Maybe have a variation at the end here. Play with the swing. I wanted to have it the other way around, actually. Program this one here and then. See if I can play around with the pitch on this one. Actually liked it on -2. This little snare here, the trap kind of snare, it's always something we can add later in the track, maybe once the track progresses, because it does make the beat kind of busy. There's a lot of stuff going on. You can always add it later in the track if you like. But here we have it. It's a pretty cool beat that we made in a very short span of time. This Logic drum designer, what's it called? Drum machine designer. It's a very cool tool to make dope beats very quickly. So I definitely recommend checking it out. If you like this tutorial, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Also, please let me know if there's anything you would like me to talk about. maybe there's some stuff in your production that you're having trouble with. Please let me know in the comments below, and maybe I can discuss this in a later tutorial. So the sun is getting in my face here, so I'm gonna sign off for now, but I'll check in soon. Please take care, and I'll see you soon. Peace.